What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to do a quick release steering wheel install on a Subaru, a 97 Subaru, but it's been swapped to a 2002 WRX, so it's going to be the same from 93, Subaru all the way up to 2007 at least, if not more. They're pretty much all the same. So as you can see right now, I'm running the stock WRX steering wheel, and we can go through the tools and everything needed here. Okay, so three big things that you're going to need here. One is a Torx 30 bit. I kind of made my own screwdriver here with two extensions, a 1/4 inch and then the bit. But you're going to need a Torx 30. Torx is like a star bit, so it's like a 6-star or a 6-pointed bit. So that's the first thing you're going to need. Then for everything in the interior, basically, Phillips head screwdriver, and then either an impact with a 17 or a just a 1/2 inch drive with a 17, because you're gonna have to crack the hub bolt loose. Okay, so first thing, let's dive into it. First thing you're gonna do is loosen up the airbag. So you can see I'm already pointing at it. There's that right there. This is the 30 that you're gonna have to get into. Kind of loosened it already. So that's good. And the other one is going to be pretty much on the same spot, but on the other side. So right there. Again, these are already loosened, so. Okay. All right, and with that done, now you can remove the airbag. So you're just gonna kind of pull it. Kind of comes out. I already loosened the airbag connector, so you can just take that out. The airbag connector is just kind of like push this green part in while you're kind of pushing the other part down. Kind of pry it. Put that off to the side. And then the other connector is the horn connector. It's right here. Just push that down. So now you have the horn and the airbag out of the way. Okay, so next step would be removing the steering wheel as a whole. So this is where the 17 impact or 1/2 inch comes into play. So I'll put it right on that nut there. Crank it. So now it's almost 100% off. Well, I'll take it all the way off, just so you can see it's off. But you want to put it back on, just to turn it on just about 2 or 3 threads there. And you want to actually, so to get the steering wheel off, you want to bang it and then pull it. But the problem is if you, once it comes loose, it could hit you in the face. So that's why you want to leave the nut on, just in case it comes forward. It stops at the nut and doesn't hit you in the face. So really it's hard with one hand. Let me see what I can do here. There we go. You gotta hear it come loose. So now it's loose. Take off the nut. Take off the wheel. See those 2 connectors that came through? Okay, and now we're left with this. This you can't reuse. This is the clock spring. You can't really reuse this. So you are going to lose some blinker functionality. You're going to lose, obviously, the airbag, if you weren't aware of that already. So you need to take this piece off. So what you're going to do that is you have screws down here that hold this base plate in. So you have one right here. And that is it for that little guy. So you're going to pry this down. I already removed that screw, as you can tell. So pry that down. Take this off. Throw that over to the side. Now we're left with this. So you're going to want to pop this up. And to kind of pop that up, you have a couple screws that hold that in. And you'll see those right about there. See one right here? See if the camera's picking that up. One right here where my finger's pointed. You see the rod that's coming down? The hole's right there. And the other one, same spot on the other side. Kind of hard for the camera to pick it up. My finger is on it though. That's all we got right there. See my finger on it? Okay, and then this will pop up. Need that to pop up. Pull the steering wheel down a little bit so you have more room. Okay. And now what that does is that gives us access by pulling those up to the screws that you need to take out to remove this clock spring. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So you remove that. I already did it. You want to keep everything kind of straight. Remember this, you went up top. That's how it's going to be. So, and then you can just pull it off. You're going to be able to pull it just a little bit because these connectors need to come out. So these wires, you have to trace these back. They go all the way underneath. You're going to have to take this panel off. And right on the other side of it, there's a black and yellow clip. You just follow these around. It's not too complicated. I already undid those, so I can kind of pull that off and kind of pry through. It's going to be fun to pry them through that last little bit. Okay, there we go. You'd be a little bit more gentle than me. It's hard to do it with one hand, but there we go. So now that is out, and this is what you're left with. Okay, so the first thing, just in case anybody, because I know somebody's going to run into this issue, I'll put this back on. If that little red button's up, I don't know how many times I've been asked this or seen this online. If that red button's up, your parking lights are going to stay on. It's so easy to hit that. Your parking lights or your tail lights and your corner lights. So remember to put that down because you're probably going to hit it a couple times when you're doing this job. Okay, so now we're ready to start installing. So we have 3 pieces. First is going to be this little guy. This is the hub adapter. So we have the hub adapter, the quick release, and then the steering wheel. So this is the hub adapter. You can see these wirings for horn. We're not going to hook up the horn, or I'm not. I mean, there's a way to do it with a lot of like electrical tape and just kind of wiring there. I'm not going to do it for now. You can look that up if you want to have a horn. 90% of the people who do this just don't have a horn. So you can see it's kind of splined inside, and it fits the spline for that. This was ordered on Amazon. It was pretty cheap. It's like $30 or $40. You can get an NRG one, which is actually what my quick release is, but I didn't need a top-of-the-line adapter because, again, it's just, splines with 6 bolts on it. You can't really fuck that up. So I trust Amazon's quality. I got great reviews, so that's what I went with here. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to make it so one bolt faces as top as possible. So see how you have one. I mean, the orientation doesn't really matter, but you want one bolt. My wheel was turned a little bit, so I'm not as concerned with that. But you want one bolt, so it's straight up and down. Again, my wheel was turned a little bit, so I'm not as concerned with it. Straight up and down for top. It doesn't matter if it's like that or like that instead, as long as it's facing up and down. That's what you want. So hold on, let me put it back. This one, there we go. Okay, so that's all there is to that. All you're gonna do now is take that nut that we took off and tighten that puppy down. With the impact. And there you go. So now this is on. And now the next step is installing the quick release. Okay, so here is the NRG quick release. This part will actually, the smaller part will actually go on to the hub adapter like so. And then this part will connect to the steering wheel. So let's go ahead and screw this piece on. Pretty straightforward. Okay, NRG first side of the quick release is in place. So again, it came as this one whole piece from these screws to here. Now all we have left to do is screw on the steering wheel to this part here. The steering wheel I got was kind of a cheap one off eBay for now. This was like $30. I kind of wanted to just get this installed. And I was kind of waiting on another steering wheel. I have another one coming in that's actually suede. So it'll be a little bit of a nicer feel, but for right now, this is just like a 13.5 or 14-inch wheel. So let's get that screwed down and try out the quick release. Okay, so it's all installed. Pretty easy again, just putting these 6 screws in. This is an eBay steering wheel again, so not the best quality, but again, I'll be getting another one tomorrow, so I'm not really too concerned with, I just left like the horn piece out for now, because again, I was just doing it real quick, just so I could, get back on the road. To see the quick release function, so right here, you're actually going to push this button down while you pull out. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. There we go. See, the steering wheel's out. And then it has like this satisfying ding when you put it back in. So I'm just going to put it in with one hand. That ding didn't happen that time. You hear it a little bit, but not that much. Let's see if we can get it better. So what I'll do is I'll put it in a little bit cockeyed. Hear that little ding? It's very satisfying. So here's the picture of the wheel as it sits. You can see that black looks great. Yeah, but that's the installation of an NRG quick release, short hub adapter, and steering wheel. Again, the steering wheel installation is the same for all steering wheels. Wouldn't be any different. It's eBay steering wheel or a Sparco or NRG. Thanks for watching.